Hello students, good morning all of you. Friday, we'll try to complete this supplementary lesson where we stopped on Wednesday. Almost 2 pages are left. Let's try to finish it. I hope you read the story and try to understand the climax of the story. Anyway, I will try to read and make you understand the remaining part of the story of Zigzag. Now, on page number 53, second paragraph, where we stopped. After all the commotions what the neighbors created, the neighbors were so disturbed, they came and complained through the phone calls. They came and complained through the phone calls, asking where all the noise is coming from, and they were getting so disturbed. They were making so much of noise that Mrs. Krishnan. So Mr. Krishnan was so angry that she immediately rang up to her husband who was in the clinic, complaining about this zigzag and how the neighbors were getting angry over it. So come to page number 53, second paragraph. Finally, an exhausted Mrs. Krishnan rang up her husband. I am going crazy with the sound of zigzag snoring, plus all these angry telephone calls. And my beautiful painting. Here her voice cracked. You know Mrs. Junjunwala, the art critic who lives upstairs? Well, she heard zigzag snoring and had the cheek to telephone and ask me whether I could sing a little softly when I took my singing lessons. Please contact Somu and find out what we should do. Somu, so what happened? Mrs. Krishnan was so angry with the bird as well as Mr. Krishnan. What did she say? She complained, she told her husband about all the neighbors came and made a noise through phone calls, plus her painting also got destroyed. The painting she was so keenly doing, even the painting got destroyed. And one more thing was what? The most funniest part. They had a person living on top, that is the third floor upstairs. Her name was Mrs. Junjunwala. She is supposed to be an art critic. Art critic means what? A person who surveys the art and gives some critic points, saying something should be touched here, something should be done there. Such a person is called as a critic. So here this art critic was named as Mrs. Junjunwala. What she said, she came and told Mrs. Krishnan what she thought, that Mrs. Krishnan was singing songs, taking singing class for children, and that all the snoring sound was the sound of Mrs. Krishnan. Just imagine how angry she would have got when somebody criticized her was singing like this. So what Mrs. Junjunwala said, Mrs. Junjunwala who complained saying that, what did she say? She said that she telephoned and asked me whether I could sing a little softly. So what Mrs. Junjunwala thought, that Mrs. Krishnan was singing so loudly. Her singing was so loud. So she requested her to sing softly when I take my singing classes or singing lessons. So she was so angry because she felt very humiliated and she felt very insulted by this comment of Mrs. Junjunwala, and she told her husband, immediately call up Mrs. Somu and tell him to get rid of this zigzag. Please contact Somu and find out what we should do. We want to get rid of this bird. We don't want to keep this bird in our house anymore. Now, hearing his wife shouting through the phone, Mr. Krishnan got so upset. He got so worried. He thought, wait, she'll come up running to the clinic. So what did he do? He just sent an email to Mr. Somu. He sent an email to Somu and said, I want clear instructions to make this bird stop from snoring. Dr. Krishnan, in a hurry, in a hush, he just closed the clinic, or he gave someone in charge, and he came running to see what is happening in the house. Dr. Krishnan came home as fast as he could after he had left an email message for Somu, asking him for clear instructions on how to stop zigzag from snoring. Don't worry, he reassured his downcast family. Somu will reply soon, and we'll discover there's some ridiculously simple way to stop Zigzag from snoring. So immediately got a reply back from the people from where the email reached Somu. Email didn't reach to Somu, but the people who were living there, they sent a reassuring. That means assuring that Zigzag will be alright in another few days. Don't worry, he reassured his downcast family. Somu will reply soon. So immediately Somu will reply, so don't worry, they're telling to Mr. Krishnan. Somu will reply soon and we will discover there's some ridiculous, the strange way of making this Zigzag snoring stop. There's some ridiculously simple way to stop Zigzag from stop snoring. How many days passed? 1 day, 2 days, 6 days are passed. 6 days passed. 6 frantic days of checking the email day and night. 6 torturous days of having the deafeningly loud sneeze resound in their home. Most nerve-wrackingly, Maya complained that she heard a permanent rumbling sound in her ears even when she was miles away from home, and that her ears ached all the time. Arvind confessed that for the first time in his life, he was actually looking forward to going to school, considering it was as calm as a monastery compared to their house. Mrs. Krishnan had lost interest in painting. Zigzag would sometimes wake up briefly when he wanted to eat some fruit, and sometimes he would sit on the veranda looking sulkily and bored as he stared at the sunset at Marina Beach, the real view, not the painting light forlorn in one corner, ruined by streaks of hardening papaya. Zigzag never spoke to anyone, though everyone tried several times and in several languages to speak to him kindly. He only slept and he snored. So in the next paragraph, what did he read? 6 days are passed. With the snoring sound, 6 days have passed. 6 frantic days. Frantic means what? Horrible days. What is horrible thing taking place in this house now? Snoring of Zigzag, and everybody were fed up. It was unbearable. All the eardrums were just blasting with this noise, and they want to get rid of this noise. They want to go out. They don't want to remain in the house. What this girl is saying, even if after I had reached miles away from the house, the sound is resounding. The sound of this bird snoring is echoing in my ears, she is saying. You know what? 6 torturous days. It was days of torture. Horrible days of having the deafeningly loud snoring sound in their home. Most nerve-wrackingly, because they just got fed up of this snoring sound of this bird Zigzag. What did Maya complain? She complained that she had a permanent rumbling sound. She felt as if permanently the sound is inserted in her ears, even when she was miles away from home, and that her ears ached all the time. And what did Arvind say? Arvind never used to like to go to school. He always wants to bunk and want to stay in the house. But now he's saying, I don't want to stay in the house. Why he doesn't want to stay in the house? Because of this snoring sound of this bird. Arvind confessed that for the first time in his life, he was actually looking forward to going to school, considering it was as calm as a monastery compared to their house. So school is far better, he is saying. School, at least I can get some peace of mind, but here it is horrible, he is telling. And Mrs. Krishnan, even she started getting fed up. She got fed up of this painting, she got fed up of this bird snoring. Her interest in painting also was getting dull day by day. Mrs. Krishnan also is losing interest in a painting. Zigzag, what does Zigzag do? He used to sleep all the time. Just small break, used to get up, go and sit in the veranda. Whenever he used to feel hungry, get up, see that his place was emptied. He used to eat his food, and again he used to go back and lazily used to go and sleep off. Zigzag would sometimes wake up briefly means short periods, when he wanted to eat some fruit, and sometimes he would sit on the veranda looking sulky. Sulky means lonely and bored, got fed up. Even he was for this new, he didn't like this new place at all. And bored as he stayed at the Sunset at Marina. The real Marina Beach was facing their house. So he used to sit there and just watch the Marina Beach at the side, at the back of the house. The real view of the Marina Beach, not the painting light fallen in one corner, ruined by the streaks of hardening papaya. Zigzag never spoke to anyone. So they tried many a time, they tried talking to this bird, but this bird wouldn't talk at all. He never spoke to anyone, though everyone tried several times and in several languages to speak to him kindly. He only slept and he only snored. Next paragraph. On the seventh day, so Dr. Somu's email arrived. So at last, after 6 days of every day, Mr. Krishna used to send the email, and only on the seventh day, Mr. Somu replied to Dr. Krishna's email. Dr. Somu's email arrived. It was, as Dr. Krishnan predicted, ridiculously simple. It read. What did it read? That does it, said Mrs. Krishnan. Fine, Vishu. I will not keep zigzag here another minute. So here, Mrs. Krishnan got impatient. Seventh day arrived and still no sign of zigzag moving out from his house. At last she lost her patience. She just yelled at Mr. Krishnan, saying that, please call that cook, that is Vishu, and ask him to take this bird away from this house. What did she say? Fine, Vishu. See where that Vishu fellow is. I will not keep zigzag here in another minute. Then again Mr. Krishnan is trying to pacify her. Calm down, dear. I'm leaving for my clinic now. Can't it wait till? No, it's now. Mrs. Krishna was adamant. Adamant here means stubborn, arrogant. No, it's now. Mrs. Krishnan was adamant. I've invited some friends and our experts to come home and choose my paintings for the exhibition. This feathered, snoring moisture will drive us all mad. What she's saying, 6 days are past now. Tomorrow I've invited all my friends. They're going to come home to see my painting. They're going to come and see my painting, and I don't want this bird when all my friends come home to see my painting. So what she's saying, I've invited some friends and experts to come and choose my paintings for the exhibition. This bird, this feathered bird, I don't want here at all. This feathered, snoring moisture, she's calling this bird as a moisture, will drive us all mad. This bird will drive us mad. The snoring sound of the bird will drive us mad. So please take him away from this house. Then at last Mr. Krishnan couldn't do anything. He had to listen to his wife. Come on then, Zigzag, called Dr. Krishnan nervously. So very nervously, he's telling, come Zigzag, at least I'll take you and go to my clinic. So he's telling, come along with me. Come on then, Zigzag, called Dr. Krishnan nervously, wondering how he would locate Somu's cook, Vishu. So he said, come on, okay. He had to listen to his wife also, because 6 days are past. More than this, she'll not allow this Zigzag to be in the house. Moreover, her friends were coming home to see the paintings. So what did Dr. Krishnan decided? He said, come on, we'll go in search of Vishnu. Suppose Vishnu, we don't try to spot him, I'll take you to my clinic. Why don't you wait in the car? Zigzag, he suggested. So he just spoke to the bird. You go and wait in the car, I will come. Why don't you wait in the car, Zigzag, he suggested. When they reached his clinic, his heart sinking at the thought of Zigzag's ear-shatteringly loud snore, adding to the din of the sobs and shrieks produced by the tiny patients waiting for him. So what did Mr. Krishnan thought? Already my clinic is so noisy. What noise? The noise of the children crying. All my patients are children crying, and that noise, and if I go and keep this bird there, this bird will go off to sleep and the snoring will start. So this noise and that noise together, my head is really going to split, his thought. So what I'm going to do, I don't know. So as he was driving the car, Mr. Krishnan was wondering how he's going to manage both with the snoring of this bird as well as the noise of the babies crying, the children crying. His heart sinking at the thought The very thought of Zigzag's shatteringly loud snore, adding to the din of the sobs. Sobs means cry, din means sound, and shrieks produced by the tiny patients waiting for him. But Ziggy Zaga, king of the Tonga, was not accustomed to being kept waiting and was already making his way to the clinic, where he perched himself on the nurse's reception table. So this Zigzag, after this long drive in the car, soon as they reached the hospital, he didn't remain in the car. Immediately, what did he do? He went, when he came to know he has arrived in a clinic, he just, with full speed, he went rushing towards the clinic and straight away went and sat on the reception table of the nurse. But Ziggy Zaga, that is the name what Somo's cook gave him. Ziggy Zaga, king of the Tonga, was not accustomed to sitting in the car or waiting for in the car. But what did he do? He made his way to the clinic, where he perched himself. Perched means he went and seated himself on the table of the nurse's reception table. Don't you dare sleep, Dr. Krishnan warned Zigzag fiercely as he went towards the room. So what? Before Mr. Krishnan could go into this room, he told Zigzag, don't you dare sleep. You go to sleep, you will start snoring. So he just warned him not to sleep. Don't you dare sleep, Dr. Krishnan warned Zigzag fiercely, means angrily, as he went towards his room. He had hardly walked through the swinging half door that separated his clinic from the waiting room when he heard a strange voice say, you there in the blue t-shirt, don't jump on the sofa, and you in the red dress, don't swing on the curtain. So whose voice was that? Voice of Zigzag. Hardly Mr. Krishnan went towards his room, when he was about to open the door of his cabinet. Suddenly he heard some voice, and some nice ordering voice, commanding voice. And what was the voice? He was just checking the children. Here, you boy with the blue t-shirt, sit down there quietly. You child there with the red t-shirt, sit down, don't make noise. And when Dr. Krishnan turned back to see who it was the voice of the bird, Zigzag. Zigzag was seated on the nurse's reception table, started ordering the children, asking them to be disciplined. What did he hear? What did Krishnan hear? What voice he heard? He heard the voice of the strange voice here saying that, you there in the blue t-shirt, don't jump on the sofa, sit down quietly. This bird was checking the boy who was wearing a blue t-shirt. Another child was wearing red dress, and you in the red dress, don't swing on the curtain, sit down there quietly. So it's trying to discipline the children who were running about and jumping about on the sofa and one trying to pulling the curtain. It was Zigzag's voice, clear and commanding. There was pin drop silence in the room as everyone waited open mouthed for Zigzag's next sentence. So always stunned, always shocked. A bird speaking. All the patients are seated there. When I heard the bird speaking, everybody became silent. Even the children who were making noise, children who were running, children who were shouting, all became silent, and each one went and sat down in their places. And there was complete silence in the clinic. Dr. Krishnan was amazed. He shocked. Not only Dr. Krishnan, in the people who were waiting there as patients, even they were shocked to hear a bird speak. Gone was Zigzag's bored and grumpy expression. Instead, the bird looked happy and alert as he went down about the job it had been trained for. First with the African witch doctor and then with Dr. Somo. Dr. Krishnan's clinic, usually a noisy sea of tears and tantrums, was transferred into a calm, orderly place as Zigzag efficiently soothed the frightened patients, scolded the naughty ones, and made the crying ones smile. And if his yam digging song and recitation of French poetry reduced the children to helpless laughter instead of tears, he didn't look as though he minded. And best of all, Zigzag never slept or snored even for a second. So this hospital environment completely changed the mood of the bird. The bird was so much used to be in a clinic. First he was the witch doctor's clinic, that is in Africa. And next, Dr. Somu's clinic. Dr. Somu also trained this bird how to behave in the hospital. And now when he came to Dr. Krishna's clinic, this bird was very happy because he liked the atmosphere of being in a clinic. So he silenced all the children. All the children became so quiet. The whole place became so disciplined. Dr. Krishna's hospital was always filled with tantrums. Tantrums means what? Noise, crying, yelling, shouting. All became silent, all were amazed. And children who were crying, they are smiling. All those crying, they smile looking at the bird talk. And even this bird was so happy because it got back he felt as if he's come back to his old home. Home is the clinic is more like a home for him. And this bird started singing, started speaking in different languages, started saying poetry in French. All this made the patients and the people around amazed and looked at this bird in a very wonderful manner. They just wondered how a bird could speak and sing so many languages all together. And best of all, Zigzag never slept. He was alert. He became so active. He was doing his part of job, that is checking everybody, making everybody disciplined in the clinic. And he never slept in for a second. In for a second, he did not sleep, and there was complete change in the behavior of Zigzag. Next paragraph. Never had a morning passed so quietly and peacefully for Dr. Krishnan. When the last patient had left, he called Zigzag to his room. Zigzag flew in and sat on the table. Scratching the bird under its beak, Dr. Krishnan sighed and said, Somu was right after all. You are an absolute treasure. I never realized what he meant when he called you a great help. Why didn't you tell me you'd prefer to be at my clinic instead of snoring like that to show you were bored? What do we do now? No one wants you back at home now. They want me to leave you with Vishu. So he's calling. So even Dr. Krishnan was so much taken up by this bird's behavior, and after all the patients went away, so Mr. Krishnan is calling Zigzag to his table. Come here, is calling. Immediately the bird is coming and sitting on the doctor's table. And even doctor was so pleased, he was so happy. Not one morning went so peacefully like this morning. All the morning, soon as he entered, there was noise, but today there was complete discipline and complete silence in the clinic. So Dr. Krishnan was very much happy. When the last patient left, he called Zigzag to his room. And Zigzag flew in and sat at the table. And then he scratched his beak. Like how when you pet a dog, what we do? We pat on his head, isn't it? We pat on the head of the dog. So this doctor patted on the beak. Yeah, he just scratched under the beak of the bird. And what did he say? Scratching the bird under his beak. And he said, Dr. Krishnan sighed and said, Somu was right. Somu told me that this bird will be of great help to you. I didn't knew that you'll be of so much of help to me in the clinic. Why didn't you tell me? That day you should have told me no, and I brought you to the clinic. Instead of letting you get bored in the house, instead of making you sleep and allowing you to snore and making everybody get angry with you. If you had to tell me that day, I would have brought you that day very same day to the clinic. So he's saying, why didn't you tell me you prefer to be at my clinic instead of snoring and to show that you were bored? What do we do now? Now nobody wants you at home. Would you like to be here or would you like to go home? He's asking the bird. No one wants you back at home now. They want me to leave you with Vishu. Do you want to go back to Vishu? He's asking him. Just then the telephone rang. It was Mrs. Krishnan, sounding very pleased with herself. So as he was talking to this bird, suddenly he heard the telephone ring. So Mr. Krishnan took up the phone to talk. Who it was? It was Mrs. Krishnan. Mrs. Krishnan, very happily, she's talking to her husband. And what did she say? You just listen here. It was Mrs. Krishnan sounding very happy, very pleased with herself. You know, Mrs. Junjunwala, the art critic, she chuckled. Chuckle means while talking. She just stopped for some time. She doesn't want me to exhibit sunset at Marina. She's bought it for herself for rupees 5,000. What is saying? She's saying don't take this Marina's scenery to the exhibition. I myself will buy it and I'll give you 5,000 for it. Why? Why do you think this Jhunjhunwala, who was a critic, who instead of criticizing the painting of that lovely scenery of Marina, sunset at Marina, she told Mrs. Krishnan, don't take this to exhibition, I myself will buy. I'll give you rupees 5,000. What is the extra attraction that gave to this painting? The splash of the papaya juice and the seeds that stuck on the canvas gave it a lovely look. That made Mrs. Jhunjhunwala buy it herself. Isn't that the painting the papaya fell on? Yes, Mrs. Krishnan was laughing heartily now. I left it in one corner and she chose to buy it, saying she loved my new technique of painting. She said this is a new technique. The splash of the papaya, not it looks very beautiful, she's saying. And she thought Mrs. Krishnan is purposely used the splash of the papaya color and all that. And this painting went for a good amount. She simply adored those streaky orangey bits. She launched into fresh gales of laughter. By the way, she said, when she sobered down, I don't think we were fair to Zigzag. Shall we keep him with us at home, just on trial for another week? So what happened? All this 5-6 days, what Mrs. Krishnan was going on? She was just condemning this Zigzag. She was getting dislike to this Zigzag. She was just hating him all the more. And after telling all this about how the painting went for 5,000 and that extra color gave attraction to this painting, and this painting went for 5,000, slowly her voice is coming down. She's just sobering down. She's saying in a very sobered voice. Sobered means her voice became a little soft. Instead of speaking angrily, instead of speaking in a rash voice, she just requested to her husband, I was very mean to that bird Zigzag. One more week we'll try. No, don't give it off. Don't give him away to Somu's cook, Vishu. But one more week we'll try. We'll keep him for one more week. We'll see whether he'll be of any help to us. So what she's saying, I don't think we were fair to Zigzag. Fair means we were mean to him. That is being unkind to him. Now we shall keep him with us at home, just on trial for us. We'll try for another 1 week. We'll give one more week's try. One more week we'll try keeping him in the house. Then Dr. Krishnan was very happy because he himself was happy with Zigzag. Zigzag completely changed the atmosphere of the hospital. So he readily accepted. He said, I am ready. If you don't mind keeping Zigzag, I got no problems at all. I am ready. So we'll see what Dr. Krishnan is replying to Mrs. Krishnan. Sure, agreed a delighted Dr. Krishnan. Before he cleverly added, and I could always take him to the clinic every morning so that you can paint in peace at home. What he's saying, okay, no problem. Morning times, when I'm leaving the house, I'll bring him to the clinic because I can keep him in the clinic because he needs it and he knows the purpose. What reason he wants this bird to come with him in the mornings. So when I bring him to the clinic in the mornings, meanwhile you can finish all your painting work at home. And evenings I'll bring him back home, he's saying. So that was the condition. Actually here, Mr. Krishnan wanted this bird for what? To discipline the patients. That Mrs. Krishnan never knew. But Dr. Krishnan was very happy because Mrs. Krishnan agreed to keep the bird on another 1 week's trial. Then the doctor's talking to this bird. My boy, he confided to Zigzag after matters were satisfactorily settled. So it is almost a settlement took place between him and his wife. He confided means what? He spoke. He told. He confided to Zigzag after matters were satisfactorily settled, giving the bird a toffee from his desk. You have your own strange way of showing your genius. A zigzag way, I'd call it. Wouldn't you? So here, This doctor is telling this bird, he's calling him my boy. My boy, he called Zigzag in a very polite manner. So our matters are almost settled. So you do not worry. You need not go back to the cook, that is Vishu. I don't mind keeping you at my home, but mornings you come with me to the hospital, to the clinic, and later on we can go home. All the matters with us is over. Giving that is, and as a reward, is giving as a small token of love, he is giving this bird a small toffee from his desk. My boy, he confided to Zigzag, after matters are satisfactorily settled, giving the bird a toffee from his desk. You have your own strange way of showing your genius, a zigzag way, I'll call it, wouldn't you? So he appreciated, he just praised and appreciated this bird, and he's just tapping him and saying, you did your duty the way you have to do, that is the zigzag way. But Ziggy Zaga, king of the Tonga, brought up on compliments as he was, didn't bother to reply. He just ate the toffee, paper wrapper and all, and then lowered one crinkly eyelid in a knowing wink. Now still, the children don't know the way this bird can talk. Now, maybe the father might go and tell his children how beautifully this bird spoke, how beautifully this bird behaved in the clinic, how nicely disciplined the children. So the story ends here. Maybe the doctor, being pleased with this bird, he may go and tell the children, because the children are just waiting for this bird to talk, isn't it? So he may bring the children to the hospital and allow them to listen to how this bird is controlling the children in the hospital, and talk to the children in the hospital the way he is talking. He may bring the children and ask them to witness it. So maybe because of that, Dr. Krishnan was very much happy, and the story ends by saying what? How the story ends in the about the zigzag. That the bird really was a great help to Mr. Krishnan, and Dr. Krishnan thought it was really an absolute treasure. This bird was an absolute treasure. It was an efficient, skilled bird, because if allow him to keep him busy and active, this bird can show his skill by helping him out in the clinic. So the way Zigzag was commanding everyone in the clinic, it was doing his job, because he was trained to do like this in his earlier part of his life. That is, in the life when he was with the African witch doctor, and when he was with Dr. Soma's clinic. So all this training was given to him, and that atmosphere he liked. And thus, Dr. Krishnan's family invited Zigzag back into their house. They were not at all angry after Dr. Krishnan told the children and his wife how he was of great help to him in the clinic. They were so pleased with him, and every day maybe Dr. Krishnan would have taken, as he promised him. He promised him saying that he will take him to the clinic in the mornings. And meanwhile, she can do her paintings in the house. And this, he even confided to this bird, saying that matters are almost settled with him and his wife, and he told that he appreciated him, saying that he was a real genius, a real clever, a skilled person who can take care of things that was taught to him. But Ziggy Zaga, king of the Tonga, brought up his compliments, very happily took the toffee, ate the toffee, even the wrapper, the wrapper of the chocolate also he swallowed, and very proudly he walked towards the car of Dr. Krishnan. And thus the story ends well by Dr. Krishnan's house. All accepted or all agreed to take him back, to take Zigzag back to the house. So this was the story written by Asha Nehemia, who was born in 1958 at Chennai, as I told you, has lived, studied and worked in 8 different cities and small towns, and is now a resident in Bangalore. She has always been interested in writing, and her love for reading led her to study literature in college. If she had not been a writer, she would have been a teacher. Humor, fantasy, mystery and adventure are the strong elements in her work. She loves baking, walking, reading and traveling. So apart from writing stories, this writer, that is Nehemiah, Asha Nehemiah, apart from writing lessons, other hobbies are baking, going for walks, reading books, and also traveling. So this is an interesting story written by this great writer. Understood, children? Now we shall just go through the work at the back, that is identifying the speaker or the character of this lesson. All that is given here on page number 56. Turn your books to page 56. You just read the characters of this lesson and mark the answers. Page number 56. Identify the speaker and character. The first one. Even though I clearly said no. By whom was this said? Even though I clearly said no. Who said this? Dr. Krishnan. To the four he tells, isn't it? So he's telling his wife, I said no to Dr. Somu, but he never heard him because of the noise in the hospital. So this statement was spoken by Dr. Krishnan. Right? Dr. Krishnan there. First one, Dr. Krishnan. Second one. The one that spits deadly poison straight into his opponent's eye. Who said this? Maya. Looking at the bird, she tells us. The one that spits, she's describing this bird as a beetle. Isn't it? They thought they never, before they could see the bird, when they're talking about zigzag, they thought zigzag was a beetle, zigzag was some moisture, all those things. So here she's saying the one that spits deadly poison. This sentence is spoken by Maya. Second one is Maya. Third one also Maya only. Remember the tiny penknife he gave me last year, the gift that was given by Dr. Somu. This statement also was spoken by Maya. First statement Dr. Krishnan. Second one, Maya. Third also Maya. Fourth one is Somu's thoughtless ways that reduced me to tears. Who was this said? Mrs. Krishnan. She was so angry with zigzag. Is Somu's thoughtless ways that reduced me to tears. The fourth sentence, the fourth statement was spoken by Mrs. Krishnan. Last one. Come and zigzag. Come in, dear. Who called this? Who invited him inside? Vishu. Vishu brings him and comes, no? So at the door he is calling him. Come in, zigzag. Come in, dear. So these are the five statements given in the reader at the back. Apart from these five, they will be also getting any other statement. So you have to read the full lesson. There's so many direct speeches spoken, used in this lesson. They may ask you any sentences to identify the characters. So apart from these five sentences, you may get even other sentences. Later on, I'll use some more extra characters. You can mark it down and you can mention the character. Okay, children? So with this, hope all of you understood the story of this zigzag. You all understand? Quite a lengthy lesson. We almost took three periods to finish this class, to finish this lesson. 3 periods we had taken. Okay, so we are finished with it. Again, read the lesson, identify the characters. There's so many other sentences spoken by people in the characters and lesson. Try to understand it, and I'll send you the paragraph answers for this lesson. Only paragraph answers you can learn. Characters and paragraphs. You can just read the story. Story will come in the form of a comprehension. It will come in the form of an outline story, or it will come in the form of coherent order. The sentence will be all jumbled up. We have to put in the systematic order of the story. So supplementary, you'll have these kind of questions you'll get. That is, one is objectives, identify the characters. The main questions will be paragraph. They won't ask you question and answer. They'll give you a comprehension. The paragraph on this lesson will be given. You read the story and answer the questions that's given below. Or you'll get a question by complete the outline. They'll give the outline of the story. You have to complete it. Or they'll give you coherent order. The sentence will be all jumbled up. You have to write in proper order. You can do all these 3 questions only if you understand the story. You should know the stories. Supplementary questions, lessons are like this only. For supplementary, they'll ask you such questions only. Comprehension, outline or coherent. Out of these 3, any one you can attempt. Either comprehension question, outline question or coherent order. So be prepared and you have to know the story. If you don't know the story, you can never answer any of these questions. So all of you understood, children? Okay, let's wind up for this class.